Hey you guys, it's Snack Pack. I'm back, and I don't know if any of y'all are following my Twitter account, but this is basically going to be a video of new beginnings. I figured I would go ahead, talk about where I got off to during my hiatus, what's going on, well, what happened, what's going on, and what will happen. Maybe, possibly. I'm not a mind reader, but this is theoretically what I would like to happen. So long story short, well, I guess I'm going to have to do a little bit of a rewind. But, well, first I want to select a campsite. Right here seems good. Is that marshy soil? Marshy soil? I want to live on fertile soil. So I guess I'm going to live down here, actually. I'm a dirty liar. Snack Pack. Over here, you silly cunt. Actually, go pick some berries first. So many options. Anyway, so prior to me starting my YouTube channel, I had worked at a law firm, and without going into too much detail, because I feel like this is just going to be a video in and of itself, I ended up leaving that law firm. Not specifically because, well, I wasn't happy. Let's just leave it at I wasn't happy there. It wasn't working out. I wanted to piece the fuck out, and so I did. When I left, I had a few jobs lined up to be a web developer, which was all very fine and well, except it was going to be a bit of a delayed start. Basically people were either getting the funds together or they were still discussing it with the group that they were part of, this, that, and the other thing. So I was like, okay, well, that's fair. You gotta do what you gotta do and make sure that you have all your affairs in order, but here's basically a report on what you're looking for, what I can do for you, how much it would be, and what the time frame would be. And if you want that adjusted, if you want to discuss some certain things, maybe like if you wanted to cut out a few things to save on costs, that's perfectly fine. Although I will say, I think I gave a fairly reasonable estimate, and whatever. So, I was waiting for that to happen, and I decided to start up a YouTube channel. And that's where this all came from, and it was really a lot of fun. Unfortunately, in the background, and I don't know if I really discussed this, but all of the jobs really, that I had lined up fell through for one reason or another. And that could have been that they decided that they didn't want to update their website. It was or maybe they were flabbergasted by the idea that, no, really, when I gave you a price estimate, that was because I expect to get paid for the work that you want me to do. Or it could have been, and these are all real examples, but it could have also been that they were so thoroughly underprepared to have a website for their small business that they hoped to start that I talked them out of it. Yes, that is an actual thing that happened, and it is unfortunate, but it is what it is, and quite frankly, I wouldn't feel comfortable taking a person's money when I know that their business is doomed to fail, and they're basically just giving me money to make a website for their doomed business. The person was very not, she didn't have anything lined up so far as licenses or infrastructure or anything like that. And I was like, look, man, I can do this website for you, but I can't say that I think that it's a good idea. I really think that you should reconsider the idea of starting a small business just yet and wait until you are actually prepared to have a small business. And I mean, it hurt to talk her out of it, but I knew that it was the right thing to do. I knew that if I were in her shoes and I later figured out that I shouldn't have started doing that thing, I really would have appreciated if someone had spoken up and been like, you might want to reconsider starting a business when you don't have any of your licenses and stuff, because if the food and health safety people find out and you don't have any of that, you're gonna be in a fuck bunch of trouble. So, it sucked, but I did actually end up talking that person out of doing the thing. So, as more and more of those jobs fell through, it became abundantly clear to me that I needed to find something to support myself. I mean, I'm a grown-ass adult. I'm almost 30 years old. I need to have a job, and I need to be able to pay my bills. So I started putting out less videos, and that's when things started to taper off and things started getting a bit hectic. And it eventually got to the point where I needed to find a job or I wouldn't be able to afford my rent at the end of the month. So at that point, I was like, you know what? I've already asked my parents for some help, and they've thrown down, so I actually do have a little bit of breathing room. I actually had like 2 months at that point. But I need to just find something. I really didn't want to go back to working at a grocery store. I really didn't want to go back to... As much as I enjoyed customer service, it felt like a really big step back to go back to doing that after I'd gone back to school and put myself into more debt in order to learn some skills that I'm not using. Which really fucking sucked. But it is what it is, and I did end up finding a job. It is a customer service thing. I scoop ice cream, basically. And, I mean, it's nothing fancy. It's nothing to write home about, but it's a job. It helps to pay the bills. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't actually help to pay all the bills, so I'm still looking for another job, and I'm hoping that something turns up soon, although I have discussed it with my boyfriend, and I've mentioned it to my roommate that, you know, things are going to be rough, and, I mean, they know, and I've discussed it with my family, they know, and they're like, hey, you know, if you need the help, we'd rather you just ask instead of getting yourself into a horrible situation where you can't pay your debt. Just fucking ask for help. Swallow your pride and do it. So, that's going to be probably what happens at the end of this month, which I don't know if any of you have been in that situation. I imagine the internet being the vast and wondrous place it is. Some of you have. But it is very embarrassing. And it's very depressing to know that I am a grown-ass adult who can't even really support herself properly. So, cheery thoughts. It's just one of those things that I gotta keep at. And I want to continue making YouTube videos, so I don't intend on stopping any of that anytime soon. But I did want to reach out to you guys and kind of, you know, let you know that I was still alive, because, you know, I've had actually a couple people go, hey, is everything okay? Like, what's going on? Like, haven't heard from you. Have you died? Like, what's happening right now in the life of Snack Pack? And that's kind of what's happening in the life of Snack Pack right now. So I know it's not the best news ever. I mean, I really wanted to be able to, upon my return, be like, hey guys, I'm really excited. I've started a new position, and, you know, everything is wonderful and great and fantastic. It's not, but I just gotta keep at it, and I just gotta keep sticking on with my classes, and, I mean, I've been going through some classes on how to use PHP, and I'm hoping to eventually learn a bit more about how to make my own WordPress layout designs. I've also picked up stuff from Unity, and I'm doing some of these tutorials right now. I'm just doing the rollerball tutorial, because I've just picked it up sort of deal. But, you know, I'm doing Unity, and I've got a few ideas kicking around, and I think what I'm going to end up doing is just making I have an idea for a website, and I guess I'll just go ahead and put it together and use that as an example of an app. Well, I say website, it's an app, but put together the app and then have that on my resume as something I've done. And I hope that at some point I will come across a prospective employer who will go, oh, well, you know, it's okay, you haven't done any professional work, let's see what you've done on your own time. And that they'll actually look at it, and they still might not hire me, but it would be super great if they could at least look at it, and, you know, maybe I'll get some feedback or something like that. because I would, at least that would be something, you know? Now that being said, I do also hope to do something a bit more artsy, so it's not gonna be here, but I think probably I'm gonna go ahead start a DeviantArt account that will be connected to this channel, and start doing like art commissions and stuff like that. So I'll post a link that'll probably be something where I just edit it and go, hey, here's the link now, there you go if you're interested. Deuces. But that's just sort of what's been going on. Now, so far as what does the future have to hold, I do want to get back onto updating. And so I think what I'm going to do is Tensei, probably going to be twice a week, and then Rimworld is going to be 3 times a week. Simply because, you know, Rimworld, it's very easy to make these videos. It's very, like, they are quick, small little videos, and that's super great. So that's what I'm going to do. And, yeah, I didn't mean to build a new chair. Oh well, it is what it is. So that's kind of the end goal right there. Now some of you might be wondering, okay, well, why are your Rimworld videos so short? Quite frankly, it's because it takes so frickin' long to update a video, or upload a video. Like, I was very surprised when I first started to see that doing just like a 45-minute video would take like 3 hours. And I know part of that is because my internet, quite frankly, is not the best internet in the world. But I was like, dang, seriously? That's a long-ass amount of time. Fuck. Oops, I forgot. Oh shit, you're starving. Sorry, bro. I hope you don't die. That would kind of suck. So that's the general plan, and I will definitely try to keep you guys updated. I appreciate those of you that, I appreciate anyone that comes by and watches my videos, but if you've been a long-time subscriber and kind of just wondering where I am, I do appreciate the sentiment that you are concerned, or curious at least, as to what the hell happened. And, oh, fuck. Well, I guess that's the end of this video, because Snackpack just fucking went down. Excuse me. Hopefully the next time I make a video, I will be completely over this cold. It's pretty much gone, but sometimes the throat just catches and I just die a little bit. So, damn it. Well, I done fucked that one up. Thanks for stopping by. I guess as soon as Snack Pack passes away, I'll go ahead and end this video. And, next one will be another new start. Hooray! Bye! Main menu.